Hello and welcome, fellow Paragoners. Today I have a tournament match for you from the Overprime closed beta tournament between Zestrator Esports and Team Hailstorm. We are following the point of view of Blub, who is the solo laner of Zestrator Esports. Here, Zestrator Esports invades Team Hailstorm's jungle to catch Tau out of position, scoring first blood. Now, if you know anything about this match, you'll know the strategy involved, which is the strategy that I like to say broke the closed beta tournament. It's a very good strategy, very well thought out. Zestrator Esports' mid laner in Bellica goes down to a gank. The score is 1-1. Our Han player is returning to his own jungle, only to discover that his own blue buff was stolen, and he sees the enemy Tau is still in his jungle. He goes in and he ganks, and now he's pursuing the Tau, only to be met by his opposing solo laner, who is Bora. Han sees the Bora return to lane. He thinks maybe the Tau is going to be greedy and try to get more jungle camps, and he is right. And he tries to get the kill. The Tau, with a sliver of life, still running. Can he get away? He's heading into inhibitor. Seems to have gotten away. Nope, Han gets the sword and finishes him. However, the Bora meets him in lane and secures one kill for herself, and the score is now 2-2. I'm going to point out a few moments in this game that we'll briefly break down after the match. If you guys haven't noticed, the video is quite short, and there's a very good reason for that. For those of you who may not know the winning strategy of the closed beta tournament, you're in for a bit of a treat. I think that it was a very, very well thought out strategy, and I'm really happy the team that won chose to do this. Our Han is trading with the Bora. It results in a bad trade for him, and the Bora is in control of the lane somewhat with her HP advantage. And the Han goes back to farming. Now, take note, our Han solo laner has a jungle gem. He doesn't have a blue gem, he doesn't have a green gem, but a jungle gem. One reason, obviously, we just saw is for him to go out into the nearest jungle camp and to heal a little bit, because he gets healing off of that smite. And the Bora gets him down dangerously, close to death. The Han made a bit of an error there, getting caught out in travel mode, but luckily he's still alive, just waiting. And so now the game has calmed down to a regular MOBA pattern. Overprime generally tends to have very aggressive starts because everybody has their abilities unlocked at level 1, and so teams get together and invade because they could get an easy kill. And it's a very common strategy, and you even see it in pickup games. Just it happened often throughout the closed beta test with just random teams just typing to each other, "Hey, let's go invade." The Han backs, and do take a note. The Han backs, and so does the rest of the team. And now watch what happens here. The Han is in the jungle, and he seems to be invading the enemy jungle, while the rest of his team start to make their way towards the Prime Guardian pit. Now here's Han running towards the dunk spot, only to be discovered. He has to throw his sword, ult out, in order to run away. Team Hailstorm did not allow him anywhere near, and I don't know if they were privy to the strategy, but they were certainly just trying to get the kill at the very least. So Han seemingly goes to use the portal, feigns using the portal only to return back into lane while his team secures Prime Guardian. You can see it on the minimap. They're all there trying to secure it. Han gets discovered trying to make his way back into the jungle. Yet again, he's running. And he's trying to throw his sword onto the dunk spot. And now he's teleporting back. Now, unfortunately, he had about a half second more until he teleported back to base. Just to say it was a half second could be even an exaggeration. That's how close it was. And now the team is making their way over to that lane to try and dunk the orb prime ball. And here our Han player is trying to sneakily take the back door again to throw his sword on the dunk spot. However, he was discovered once more. Throws his sword and ults away safely. Now, the strategy of sneaking the Orb Prime dunk via Han is out the window, and now they're going to try to trade and take down the Tier 1 tower. They get great pokes on Team Hailstorm, especially the Bora, taking her down. And Bora is the most farmed character on Team Hailstorm. I believe she has all 3 kills at this point. Now, Zestrator Esports, feeling confident, is trying to just force Orb Prime ball through the jungle. The Team Hailstorm's Shade ults on Zestrator Esports' Han, which was a bit of a mistake, and they get the dunk off. That Shade ultimate did not allow Team Hailstorm to focus on the Han, and it gave somewhat of a free passage for the Han to just go and dunk it. Now with the Prime Guardian battering down mid lane, takes down the Tier 1 tower, and is about to start wailing on the inhibitor. Team Hailstorm desperately mustering a defense while Zestrator Esports is on the complete offensive. The inhibitor is about to go down, and it does. Zestrator Esports gets another pick and another one and a third, and it seems that this is the end. With only Tau up versus all 5 of Zestrator Esports, a defense to stop this is impossible, and so the match goes to Zestrator Esports. Now, what you just witnessed is the strategy that broke the closed beta tournament of Overprime. This is by far the strongest strategy that you can do in Overprime's current state, hands down. As you saw, when you are able to dunk and spawn Prime Guardian on your side this early, it has something like 25,000 life, and it is just impossible for any team to kill. Zestrator Esports, congratulations on your victory. You guys deserve it. I watched many teams from many points of view, even the casts of the games. You guys were the most coordinated. You guys had the most well thought out strategy. Not only that, the execution was at the highest level more than anyone else. You guys were the best team in the tournament, and you deserve the win hands down. So again, congratulations to Zestrator Esports. Well done. And I'm really happy that you guys did this, because This strategy was discovered in the previous closed beta test, and it was still accessible in this one. And obviously, as you guys can see, this is a fundamental flaw in the design of Prime Guardian, because if we were to have a competitive environment in the game's current state, every single game would revolve around scoring this early Prime Guardian buff and dunking it. That would be the winningest strategy in Overprime. And so I hope Team Soul Eve takes note of the events that unfolded in this tournament, and I hope that they make corrections, because I feel like Overprime has great potential and they need to fix major issues such as this one. Guys, what do you think about the strategy? Do you think it was cheesy? Do you think it was well thought out? For me personally, the way that I feel about it is it's in the game, it's not an exploit. It was available to everybody, and every team should have been trying to do this. And I think that it was the most well-refined strategy. Just to let you guys know also, Ulug, who is otherwise known as Narbash, was introduced to the game a few days before this tournament was held, and he's insanely strong. He's the strongest support with the healing that he provides. By far the strongest support, and I'm surprised not every single team in the tournament utilized him, because he was head and shoulders above and beyond all the other supports. His sustain, especially during team fights, the ability to heal all of your team members at the same time and have them heal half their HP back in 10 seconds, it's really strong. And so I think the strategy, people don't give it enough credit. These guys, they did their homework and they deserve the win. And whatever game they decide to compete in the future, I'll be watching. Guys, let me know what you think about the tournament and the game and the strategy in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video. Fight on, friends.